Hello there, welcome to my channel. So if you're new to my channel, I do unboxing and food reviews. If you don't live in Texas, you may want to stay because after I review this, I'm going to have an awesome story time on the law of attraction and how magic, literally like super magic, happened in my life. No one has ever explained to me how this is even possible that this could happen, okay? So before I forget, I also have a Patreon now, and there'll be a link below the video for that, and that way you can support this channel. And there'll be extra goodies. There's different tiers, and I'm actually thinking about releasing my old footage from my old bedroom, which is kind of off subject on food, as well as some other really interesting stuff, because I have an old channel, but all those videos are private. So you might want to check out that, give it a peek. So let's jump right in. The other day I did review the rich dark chocolate, and I'll leave a link below the video if you want to see just that. Again, you may want to stay, and I'm also going to do chapters, so you might want to look below the video and do chapters. So which one should we try first? Let's do the sweet Dutch chocolate, shall we? And these are new, by the way. It smells very light and it looks very light. Yes, my roommate already took a little bit. Which ones, I don't know. There's a lot of air in it. It's not too sweet. Very, very light on the chocolate. I've had a vegan chocolate that tasted like this a long time ago. This is similar to Nana Moo. If you want to see, because I reviewed like 97% of all the Nana Moo flavors. I think I missed like 3. So I'll have a link below the video to that. It doesn't taste like coconut. This is a good thing, It's extremely light. It almost tastes like not diet food, because you know how diet food has it's not very heavy, so you can tell there's a lot of air whipped in it. Oh, it's not too sweet. You want to? You know what? Who cares about the ingredients? You want to know more about the taste and everything, right? So, hold on 1 second. All right. So, sorry about that. What shall we try next? Oh, by the way, I forgot. This is, it shows you on the top, like the chocolate one. That's what it shows. And now it's this one. Can you see that? I hope so. This is non-dairy vanilla choco strawberry swirl. Way to find out about the law of attraction and how it worked for me. Because I didn't even knew what the law of attraction was. And speaking of the law of attraction, stay tuned because they might not be in the same order that you may want them in, but I've already have uploaded videos on how I went to the Bahamas with the law of attraction, and I knew this guy that got a car because of the law of attraction. Like, just amazing things. But okay, I smell, there was a cereal that I ate a long time ago, and it had not dehydrated, freeze-dried strawberries in the cereal. That's what that smells like to me. Those freeze-dried strawberries. Vanilla chocolate strawberry swirl. And this is different. FYI, I don't like strawberry ice cream. I like white chocolate raspberry. Okay. There's things I like about it, don't like about it. What I don't like about it is you get ice cream that has no flavor whatsoever, and then pieces. You might be into that. There's a lot of chocolate in here and not much strawberry. The chocolate is not high quality, but I like the fact that the pieces are small, because like a lot of times when they add chocolate to ice cream, the pieces are so big that you never taste them because you have to break them down as you chew them, and they're so big. These are easily broken down. And they have a nice crispy crunch. But after they're broken down, there's not much flavor. And I'm not getting a lot of strawberry. When I do hit strawberry though, it's really good. I mean, really good. But there's not much. So far out of those two, I like the chocolate one better. But it's extremely light, like I had said. So, my roommate loves peanut butter and chocolate peanut butter. I'm not too crazy about it. There's that cat again. I think it's pooping and peeing or doing something in front of the door all the time. Oh. Yes, I'm double dipping, and I've already bought more. Like, I've bought double. I'm just going to let him have the ones that haven't been opened. I bought a lot. Because I was afraid it would sell out. Because they're on sale right now. That's another thing, they're on sale. It's very dry. There's the dark chocolate pieces again. So it's peanut butter ice cream through the whole thing. It tastes like low quality peanut butter though. And the swirl of peanut butter, like the pieces or whatever you want to say, it tastes like, have you ever had like super ultra cheap, highly processed peanut butter out of a jar? That's the swirl in this. So far none of this tastes non-dairy. It tastes like real ice cream. No aftertaste. It's not too sweet. So I prefer sweeter. I love sweets. No aftertaste. And you also don't taste coconut milk. On a positive note. I thought I got them all. Maybe I'm missing one. If I do, I apologize. I might have to pick a part 3, because this is really a part 2, because I've already reviewed the dark chocolate. So this is the chocolate caramel pecan. I guess this might be like maybe a turtle ice cream. There's a lot of ingredients in this one. Oh my goodness, look at that. I just smell pecans. I don't smell nothing else. Let's see how they do the caramel though, because sometimes it's hard to do vegan caramel. The pecans need to be decent because I live in Texas and we have good pecans here. Again, like a whole lot of nothing flavor, like plain old ice cream with small bits. I'm getting a lot of nothingness. I like ice cream with a lot of... If they're going to swirl it, I really want a lot of swirl. It's the same chocolate pieces. They're nice and thin and small and crunchy, but they don't taste like quality chocolate. I'm mostly just getting pecans and chocolate. I'm trying to think if it tastes like a turtle. I haven't had a turtle in so long. However, All of these do not taste, how do I say, all of these do not give anyone an impression that it's non-dairy. It doesn't taste like cashew. It doesn't taste like coconut. There's no weird aftertaste. I can tell that HEB did do quite a bit of research. I personally like Nanamu better, but some of Nanamu ice cream does taste like coconut, and some of them doesn't. And you have to check out the review, because like I said, a while back I reviewed the Nanamu, and I got well, at the time I got every flavor. Since then I think they came at 3 or 4 more flavors, so forgive me if I didn't try them all, because at the time it was all of them. So what about like the favorite? I just reviewed the dark chocolate. I think I brought it in. Yeah, rich dark chocolate. That's my favorite. And I'll just review it. How much left? It's like a mousse. But it's really, really dark. I'll say more, but you'll have to check out the review for that. Right? So. But you have to have like dark chocolate. This is my favorite one. The dark chocolate's my favorite. Then comes the... Then, okay, so it's dark chocolate. Then the sweet Dutch chocolate. Okay. Let's see. I'm almost done here. And then I'll tell you about my law of attraction. Boy, the peanut butter was just... Ugh. Okay, so it's like... The dark chocolate's amazing. Definitely get it again. The milk chocolate, I might mix the two together. I actually made a shake. That's why I ate most of it. And I mixed the dark chocolate with the silk next milk. It was absolutely amazing. Okay? I should make a shake and eat it while I'm doing my story time. So, it's dark chocolate, milk chocolate. Then the strawberry choco chocolate, strawberry swirl. It's okay, but I won't get it again. Then the caramel, and then the peanut butter is like, I wouldn't get it again for nothing. But as far as trying all of these, again, they don't taste like coconut. They don't have that non-dairy taste. A weird aftertaste. To me, they're not too sweet. So now let me tell you about, and I am missing one, the mint chocolate. I'm missing that, and I ain't going back in the house to get it. Or maybe I didn't even get it. I don't even remember. Because when I bought this the other day, I was such in a hurry. And then the register messed up, and So let me tell you about the law of attraction now that you've stayed this long. And I'm going to eat my favorite one while I try it. So I used to love video games when I was a kid. I loved video games, okay? And I had Nintendo Power Magazine. And Nintendo Power Magazine, I would show, like, the games that are coming out in the future. And the games are already out, like how to beat the level or whatever. And they would talk to people that are making the games and stuff. And a fun fact on the Nintendo Power Magazine, I have several Nintendo Power Magazines that I never even opened up the envelope that they came in, because I knew that in the future they were worth money. And those things are worth quite a bit of money. I just don't know where they're at right now. I think they're at my dad's house up in the garage, up in the attic. Now I think about it, I don't even know where they are. I just realized that. I hope I still have them. So what happened was they said the first one for free. So I was a pretty smart kid. I requested another one in my dad's name, my mom's name, and my name, and I think my sister's name. So I got 4, and one of them I opened, and I kept it nice. The other 3, I left it in the envelope. But I also subscribed, so they got money. I was a big time subscriber for Nintendo. I subscribed to them for years. So, I had Nintendo Power Magazine. I'm trying to think what came out first. Was it Legend of Zelda or the Mario? I think it was Mario 2. It was. So, I'm 90% sure it was. So I was staring at I would look at the Nintendo Power Magazine, and I would stare at these games that are coming soon. and it would show like some of the levels, the snippets of the levels or whatever, and I would stare at it, and I would imagine myself, my character, like going up and down and going through the level, you know. I didn't know what the law of attraction was. I wasn't trying to use magic. I wasn't thinking, well, if I concentrate on this, I'll get it. No. It was just like a kid that has like an imagination. So I would stare at these levels, and I'd really want the game. Then the Sears and Roebuck catalog came out, and they had Mario Brothers 2 in there, the same game I'm talking about, and it said coming soon. And I'm like, why is it reading the Sears and Roebuck catalog? But you know, the Sears and Roebuck catalog came a little early, you know what I'm saying? And anyway, I don't know the whole logistics of everything. I'm gonna get some water. All right, got my favorite chips and I got my favorite water. So, where was I at? Oh, so the Sears and Roebuck catalog had Mario Brothers 2 in it, and it said coming soon. And so I didn't have a job. I'm a kid. I begged my parents. I was like, can you please, please, that's the only thing I want for Christmas. Or for my birthday, whatever. And so my dad was like, we'll see. My mom's like, we'll see. I'm like, well, can you just order it now? Because that way you'll get it right away when it comes in. And my dad's like, is it even out or whatever? I kid you not. I called Nintendo, and Nintendo's like, that game ain't coming out for a long time. Like, I didn't know why they said it, or maybe they didn't give me a reason, but they're like, it's not coming out in a week or a month. Like, it's going to be months or whatever. Like, it's not even out yet. Like, they're still making it. I'm like, why is it in Nintendo Power Magazine? Obviously to tease. But the main thing is, why is it in the Sears and Roebuck catalog, and why is there a price on it? That was really strange. So I called up Sears, and I think they said that you could pre-order it, but it's not going to come in for a long time, not until like Christmas or something. And I think the catalog came out like months before or whatever. But the crazy thing is, my birthday's in February, and I remember getting it before my birthday early. So anyway, I would call Nintendo up, and it's like, they're still in it. It's still out. It's still out. It's still out. I kid you not. I came home from school, and my mom's like, don't tell your father, but I got a surprise for you. I'm like, what? She goes into the closet, like inside of a shoebox or underneath the shoebox, because I watch her, because I go into the closet, and she pulls out Super Mario Brothers 2, and I'm like, how? Like, it's not even out. Like, how does this doesn't exist? Like, it's not out. I open it up. It's Super Mario Brothers 2. It got the booklet. It's brand new. Took the plastic off and everything, right? And she goes, but don't tell your father. Just play the game. And then later on, when he gives it to you, whatever, act surprised. And he's like, don't tell him that you're playing the game. And when he comes home, like, you have to turn it off. So I'm like all excited. I'm playing it. And FYI, Super Mario Brothers 2 America is actually a relabeled, I think it's called Doki Noki or Dookie Doki. I think it's called Dookie Doki. It's a Japanese game, but they changed the level just a little bit and tweaked it and changed the characters and added Mario and all that stuff. And I always played the princess because she could float, and I could just float over the enemies and not have to do anything. You know, I have to go through all the obstacles. I just float, right? And so, and Luigi, like, made this, like, he would jump like that, weird. And Mario, I think he just did regular. I was like, why would anybody pick Mario? And Toadstool could jump really high. I'm like, so he jumps high, what do you do? The princess can do that, and she could float. And anyway, so, and there was these doors. I know if I'm going off on a tangent, but you have to go through these doors, and then you could skip levels. Like, if you're on level 2, you go to level 6. But you had to go through a door and, like, bust open a potion. And I figured out myself, it was weird. I'm figuring this out. Like, I was so good at this game from the start. I was like, wow, you know, it was almost like meant for me. It was weird. And so, I called Nintendo up, and I'm like, when is Super Mario Brothers 2 coming out? And they're like, it's not coming out for months. Like, I'm like, is it possible to have it now? And they're like, no, we haven't even released it to the retailers. Like, you're going to have to wait. I'm like, well, I have it. And they're like, no, you don't. I'm like, I have it. I can describe it to you. They transferred me to someone else, and they literally asked me if I could send the game back to Nintendo because I wasn't supposed to get it. I'm like, but how did I get it? Like, that's what I understand. Like, it's in my hands. Like, I have it. If the stores never got it, how do I have it? How? Because my dad ordered it and it came in. I think it was sent to his house, or maybe he picked it up. And they said that maybe accidentally some might have been released or whatever too early, but it might be defective. I don't remember everything, but I remember bringing the box. I was smart. I brought the box to school, and the kids thought it was fake. So then I bought the instruction manual. I bought the instruction manual in the box. I was like, I'm not bringing the game. It's going to get stolen. And they were oohing and ahhing. They're like, how did you get this early? And I kid you not, that game finally hit the stores like about 3 months later. I literally played that game like 3 months. Not a couple weeks, not a month, like a good 3 months. I played that game before it was at Walmart and all the other stores. So that's a law of attraction, because the thing is, I think I brought that into being. So then there was another game that happened, and the two popular games are Mario and Zelda from Nintendo, right? So I played The Legend of Zelda, the first one, and I remember because the cartridge was gold. At least it looked like gold to me. Obviously it's not real. I thought it was real. I was like, it's gold plated. And my dad's like, yeah, right. So anyway, so I played Zelda. I really fell in love with the game. And then they said, coming soon, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. So, again, Nintendo Power Magazine. And again, I would stare at the game. And it actually showed more than Mario, if I remember right. Mario was just, it showed more of the levels and stuff. But it still wasn't out yet. It's not coming out for a while. I'm sitting there staring at the game. I can see Link jumping up and going over and doing things with his sword and everything, you know. And one day, me and my mom and my dad, we go to Walmart, to the electronics department. Now, keep in mind, back in the day, electronics department was really, really small, and anything that was expensive was behind the associate. They had their desk, and there was a small case, like a glass, especially living in a small town, there was a small case, and it just had a few games and stuff in there. I literally could not believe what I was saying. I thought I was in the Twilight Zone. Like, I got there and I looked, because I was always looking at the games. And at first I was like, that's probably Zelda. Maybe they changed the box. It was Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. And it was in the case right behind that lady. I'm staring at it, I'm like, huh? I just could not believe it. This game is not even out yet. It's not. But it's there in the store. And I'm like, and I remember telling my dad, and it was expensive. It was an expensive game. And he's like, no. And I was like, I will do anything. I was like, you can have my allowance money, you know, whatever. I was like, if we don't grab this game right now, I was like, someone else will. You don't understand. This game is not supposed to be out. And I can't remember if there was 1 or 2 copies, but it wasn't 3 or 4. Probably 2. Maybe 2 at the most. Because when she pulled it off, I think I saw 1 more copy, but that was it. And I remember telling my dad, I was like, it's not like they have 5 or 6 and we come back, you know? So, and I believe I had money. Yeah, I did. I had money saved in the house. He's like, well, let's go back home and get your money. I was like, you don't understand. If I go back home to get my money and you give me an extra $20 to make up for it or whatever, I was like, this game is going to sell. It's not supposed to be out yet. You don't understand. So he gets me the game. I take it home, and I'm still like, I'm just like, I don't like, how does this happen? Like, please, someone tell me. I kid you not. I called up Nintendo, and Nintendo's like, the game's not out yet. I'm like, I have it. It's right here. I was like, I can read you the instruction book. I can't send you a text message because I don't have a cell phone. I don't know how that works. That's like, you know, I was like, I don't know. But I can like, maybe take a Polaroid and take a picture of it, you know. But I was reading the book to him on the Zelda game. I was like, whatever. They put me on a hold. They transferred me several times this time. And they said that we will pay you to send that game back to us. Like, and I don't remember how much they offered, but they were more adamant about getting that game back Well, Mario, they were really, actually, I don't know. They're both adamant about the same and wanting to get the game back into their hands. But he had told me, he said that a select few was accidentally released early. Now, they know that. Mario, he didn't say that. Not that I remember. But with Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, he said, I guess they were like in the inventory, like waiting to be shipped out. And I guess maybe the guy took the shipment in the truck and took the wrong game. And he was like, but a very small shipment was accidentally shipped out. He was like, and we need that game back because the battery doesn't last in it. Because back in the day, when you saved a game, you either had a long code, and don't ask me how that, because there's certain things of a game on the, it could generate probably billions of different codes. But anyway, it was battery backup. So when you saved the game, the battery basically was always on. Like if the game was always on, so it saved your game. And he had said that there was something wrong with the battery, that it's not going to last, or they had issues with it and they found out, whatever. And he was like, but either way it goes, you're not supposed to have that game in your possession. And it was almost like a legality issue. Like, you're not, and I'm like, well, I'm, whatever. I didn't break the law. And if I remember right, I think that they offered me like monetary value that was like whatever, like maybe double the price, or I don't know. But I was just like, no, I ain't sending it back, whatever. And if you stay this long, it's just, there's just certain things that have happened to me that I truly believe that me staring at both of those games in that catalog, and especially Nintendo Power Magazine. I'm sorry, the catalog was at Sears and Roebuck with Mario 2. There was no catalog for Zelda. I'm talking about the Nintendo Power Magazine for both of the games. I really think somehow, some way, it made connections and draw that to me. And the other day, I talked about how this guy got a sports car. And there's other things that I'm going to share. I'm probably going to have a list that says all law of attraction. And maybe so, if you enjoy this. But the crazy thing is, like, I wasn't trying to do this. I just was staring at the thing. I also went to the Bahamas. And I not only did I go to the Bahamas, but I also went to you just have to, I don't want to, that would actually spoil it if I tell you. I got to go to the Bahamas with the law of attraction. A lot of magical stuff happened. Some bad stuff too. Really bad, actually. And then some good stuff happened. And I had a psychic tell me something, and she was right, which was just blew my mind. So you gotta check out the story for that. I'll try to leave a link below the video, but I honestly don't remember what I reviewed when I told the story to that. But yeah. And then if you haven't checked out my Patreon, please do, if you want to support me on that. And then what else? Also, if you already are supporting me on Patreon, I deeply appreciate it, and I'm seriously thinking about having a part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thing, like story time, but releasing part 2 and 3 early to my Patreon subscribers, supporters. And then if you don't, then you'll still see part 2 and 3 and 4, whatever. But you might have to wait a couple weeks later. Because I have to do something. I don't have to. But I want to do something for the people that are supporting me through Patreon. Because I'm not getting nothing from YouTube. YouTube, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers before they even consider. And then once you do that, I think you have to have like 100,000 hours. And if it's under that. And then, like, I've heard people say that, you might make like 50 cents or $2 a week or $2 a month or something. It's like you have to really you have to really hustle. And so yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed story time, and none of this is made up. Some of my bad things that have happened to me, I wish they were made up. That story here wasn't nothing bad at all, not at all. But, unfortunately, some bad stuff has happened to me. I've had a lot of losses in my life. And I wish so much that that was a lie, that I would be making that up. And unfortunately, the good stories are real and the bad stories are also unfortunately real. But anyway, I'm a very emotional person, if you haven't figured that out. And until next time, look into the law of attraction. From what I understand, and I've said this before, is from what I've studied it. And no, I don't practice it a lot, and I need to. You know what? I'll just make a video on that to tell you what I've learned from the law of attraction. But please don't call me hypocritical, because I'm not. Just because I don't practice it, that doesn't mean it doesn't work or whatever. It's because I have my own issues I'm dealing with. It's just like someone telling you don't smoke, it's bad for your health, but then they smoke. That doesn't mean smoking isn't bad. It's still bad for your health. It's just they're not to a place that they would like to be, and they don't want you to be in a bad place. And if who's watching this, I mean the best for you. And if you can use the law of attraction and it can better your life, then, do it. Okay. Until next time, I hope you have an awesome day. And thank you for staying so long. I brought water and chips in here so I could eat and talk. I'm still amazed. And that's another thing too. If the law of attraction starts working for you, write it down. Because I have to go get my binder. And that's another video. I'm going to go through all the law of attraction that worked without all the details that I've witnessed and seen. And yeah. So I hope you have an awesome day. And until next time, bye-bye.